hear, see, smell, feel Jordi's tune-up.
Let me smell what you got back there.
I got a lot. It's been a month, y'all. It's been a month. All right, we're gonna kick this off with the Met Gala. You hear about Doechii's little outburst?
I heard about it, but I didn't know what it was all about.
It was a little story. It had a whole lot of journalists' feathers ruffled. It wasn't that big a deal. It really wasn't. Basically, so y'all know what the Met Gala is?
It's a bunch of rich people dressed up.
It's like a fashion event. I don't know the details. It has something to do with a museum or something. It's fashion though. Like that's the main thing. So like the celebrities that come, they're dressed up. They're like in name brand stuff. They're looking weird or they're looking really good. Like whatever the theme of the year is, they're trying to be something. They're trying to be a news story. So obviously the celebrities don't want anybody to see their outfit until they are there. Okay. Right. On top of this is Doechii's first Met Gala. She's a younger artist that is in the limelight recently. Like it's already a high stress event. So apparently when she's leaving her hotel room, she's like trying to leave from the hotel to the limo in like this concealment box or whatever, like these walls. Okay, and like it doesn't have a ceiling, so obviously the paparazzi are still going to try to get a picture. And so she wanted umbrellas. She wanted people to like post umbrellas on the corners so that no one could raise a camera up to get an aerial view picture. Okay. And she like they weren't working. Nobody was like being proactive about it. When she asked for an umbrella, they just like threw one up there. Like no one. The way I took it is no one was seeing what she was actually asking for, and she blew up about it. Like there's a little video of her like screaming that she wants 4 umbrellas. But like that's it. That's all that happened. She just screamed that she wanted 4 umbrellas. She didn't cuss nobody out. She didn't insult nobody. She didn't threaten nobody. Like she's stressed out. The paparazzi are trying to snap a sneak picture and ruin her debut to the Met Gala. Like, give me fucking 4 umbrellas, you idiots! Like, there are 4 corners. Do the job. What's going on? But like, it got blown out of proportion. Like everybody was like, "Oh, Doechii thinks she's somebody now. Doechii going off on her clientele, or not her clientele, her people, her workers,
the people that she pays to do a job." And then they're not doing the job that she's paying them to do?
Yes.
How many times have been yelled at by your boss?
Okay.
Sit the fuck down.
Like I said, it was a non-story.
She a rich black woman.
Like it was such a like clickbait type story. Like, oh, Doechii went off on her people. No, she reacted the way just about anybody would have. Probably a lot better than most would have.
I saw it for like a day and then it went away. So
yeah, because it was nothing. It was nothing. And by the way, her outfit was baller. Like,
was it?
I don't know what to call it. It was like shorts and a tuxedo, and she had like the natural afro going on. She had a cigar just to like accessorize. She looked good. She looked really good. A lot of people was hating on her outfit, saying that it wasn't like flashy enough, it wasn't original or whatever, but like she stuck to the theme and she looked really good in it. But
wasn't there somebody else that they were trying to say like didn't go on theme or something? I
don't know. I didn't really look into the Met Gala beyond Doechii.
I thought it was maybe Sabrina Carpenter, but I don't know. I'm gonna continue.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I was planning on like looking into what all the music artists wore, and I was going to talk about that, but I was like, this is a music segment, not a fashion segment, so I nixed it and I stopped looking into the Met Gala.
Sabrina Carpenter won Gunther.
She wore Gunther, that's what it was.
Yeah, that's it.
Well,
and she looked fine as hell doing it too.
I feel like Devin's gonna enjoy this one. Y'all remember Bobby Shmurda?
Fucking remember
I
Bobby Shmurda?
do.
The shmoney dance.
The hot one.
The
I
hot.
can't say the word.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I can't do a Shmurda dance.
Did you know he was in prison?
No,
I did know he wasn't. Yeah, I knew that.
Did you know he got out?
I did
Oh,
not
good
know
for
that.
him.
Like 2 years
Good for
ago,
him.
I think 2023, he got out.
Oh
Well,
no.
here's where the old news update comes in. So Bobby Shmurda gets out of prison, and what's he do? He tries to get back into music. Obviously, that was his career when he went in. He's got fans out here, right? He's gonna get back into it, make some music, go on tour. He's gonna do the damn thing. Come right back. He's America's Most Wanted. That was like his moniker or whatever. Did y'all hear about his tour?
Tour.
Nope, me either. I didn't hear about his tour. It was the what did he call it? The I'm Still Alive tour that kicked off earlier this year. Well, yeah, it didn't do so well. He had to cancel it. And
Oh,
aw. And if you were to be a Bobby Shmurda fan and you were following him on Twitter or something, you would get the story from him that some legal stuff has gone down. He has to cancel the tour because he's going to have to get into some legal fees. He's suing his booking agent Philip Stingle, and
Sounds
his
doable.
producer for the whole thing. And basically he posted this long post talking about how they got into some shady dealings with some people that he should have never done business with, blah 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 blah. So now he has to cancel the tour, and I'm so sorry to all my fans. Well, Philip Stingle was like, nah, we're not gonna let this slide. He got right on Instagram and he was like, actually, we was only selling 10 tickets a city. 10.
That's sad.
Like they literally just
hilarious number.
right.
You
They said
even
they
Katy
said
Perry
10,
gets more than that.
10 is the average. 10 tickets per city.
Brother,
Bobby
like fucking
Shmurda was shook.
more than I expected, really.
Poison tribute bands get more concert ticket sales than that.
That's because they're gonna play the hits. Bobby Shmurda's just gonna.
Well, he is too. All of his hits.
Bobby Shmurda got one song and one dance. That's all anybody cares about.
And
And
it's
half
not
of
the
them
same.
that care about it forgot about it.
And it's not the song isn't correlated to the dance, so you have to hear a dance or a song you don't like just to see the dance.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, honestly, more than the dance, most people only remember the song for that one little part. About a week ago. That's all everybody knows. They don't even know that it comes from a song. Half of them don't know it comes from
Probably
a song.
don't even know it's from Bobby Shmurda.
Yeah. They're like, who?
Yeah. If
About
you
a
ask
week
the
ago,
average person, they don't know who Bobby Shmurda is.
All right, so anyway, long story short with Bobby Shmurda, don't go to prison. That's the moral.
Yeah.
So Snoop Dogg has spoken up about the backlash about his performance at the Crypto Ball. He got on the Breakfast Club recently, maybe a week ago, maybe 2 weeks ago. And it got brought up. You know, there was, I think, what Charlemagne asked him.
I was gonna say Charlemagne does not let shit go by.
No, like he knew it was gonna come up. You on the Breakfast Club, Charlemagne's gonna bring it up. But they basically just asked him, like, with him being as big a celebrity as he is, if the backlash for doing that performance bothered him at all. And then he went into this whole thing. I'm summarizing, of course, because I'm not gonna recount everything that he was talking about. If you want to watch the whole interview, it's only like 40 minutes long. It's Breakfast Club, Snoop Dogg, you'll find it. But in a summarized way, he said that he only DJ'd for 30 minutes, and he was doing the whole performance for David Sachs, who threw the ball. Apparently, he's been friends with David Sachs for 10 plus years. But said he was doing it for him, was doing it to help inner cities with financial literacy, teaching kids financial literacy, and all this other stuff. Like, basically, he was doing this performance for the benefit of funding education for inner city kids. And so like he's basically, he wants people to shut the fuck up, because he was doing this for the greater good, which personally I never thought that like he did the performance with any kind of malice. I didn't think he did it with any kind of political affiliation. I don't think it was a statement, nothing like that. I wholeheartedly believe that he did the performance with the good intentions of doing something good. What for me being a normal person, a normal citizen on the outside looking in, watching and critiquing and judging as just a normal nobody in my state. I'm not gonna dox myself. I feel like the point Snoop is missing is the emotional social damage that his presence did. Because Snoop is not just like some dude that did hip hop and got old. Like he's an American icon. He's for a lot of people that don't even like hip hop, a lot of people that are straight up racist towards black music will listen to Snoop Dogg and know Snoop Dogg and look up to Snoop Dogg. So it doesn't matter what you think your performance was going to help, you still did social damage. You still unintentionally represented and supported the person that ball was for.
Yeah.
And maybe everything that he did that for really does come to fruition. Maybe somebody really does fund that, and maybe inner city kids really do benefit from all of this, and that's great. I really hope that's the case. I really hope that happens for them. But in the long run, like imagine if Anne Frank lived through everything she went through and wrote children's books in celebration of the Nazi Party's invasion of other countries because it was going to help Jews win, or it was going to help Jewish kids learn some marketable skill.
Right.
Like Jewish people wouldn't be celebrating Anne Frank because, oh, she did something good for the kids. Like, you still turned your back on your people and celebrated somebody that was trying to bring them down on every other aspect. Like,
and even more than that,
I feel like that's just going over Snoop's head. Like, he's so focused on, well, I did this with good intention, so I should be respected. Well, you fucked up.
It's the hypocrisy of it all, because he was calling people Uncle Toms for playing for Trump.
Yeah.
And this, that, the other.
Right.
And if Snoop really wanted to help, he could open up his fucking wallet.
Yeah. And that's another argument that you could bring up. There are so many other avenues you could have taken to help inner city kids learn financial literacy.
Go start your own foundation.
And like that's fine if you're really good friends with what's his name, David Sachs. Yeah, David Sachs. That's fine if you're friends with him. He's still supporting something bad.
Right.
Like, you can be friends with that man and not help him support something that's tearing your own people down. Like, well, I don't know. And I just feel like he is possibly by choice blinding himself to the bigger picture.
Yeah.
And like, the unfortunate circumstance of it all is, regardless of how you want to take it or be taken or what your intentions are, the fact is you're a celebrity and people will look up to you and follow you. It doesn't matter what you want out of it or what you hope will happen out of it. They're going to see that, and now the wrong type of people are going to be like, nah, Snoop's on our side. Fuck you.
Yeah.
No, it comes down to the saying, actions speak louder than words.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He said all this shit, and then when it came time to back it up, he didn't do it.
Yep.
Yep. And that's big. Like, You
Until you told me about that, about him doing it for the charity and shit like that, I thought it was just a performance for Trump. So how many people have no idea it's for a charity and it's just Snoop playing for Trump?
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, because honestly, for the most part, you don't have to look past it's a thing for Trump. The rest of it kind of doesn't matter.
And there was one part in the interview that I don't want to say it irritated me. That's too strong of a word. But it just like made me like kind of chuckle at what he was saying. He was like, and even if I did support that man and all this other stuff and I hung out with him and everything, y'all can't tell me what to do. Like, why would you even say that? Why would you even say that? That
doesn't help your case, everybody.
He's straight up switching up from where he wasn't before he got elected. Because right before he got elected, it was "fuck you." There are clips of him saying "fuck you" if you support Donald Trump.
He said, "If you vote for him, you're a stupid motherfucker." He said, "You're Uncle Tom if you support him." I think in 2016, he said, "If you perform for his inauguration, you're an Uncle Tom."
Yeah,
or something along. I could have the details wrong, but it was something along those lines.
Yeah.
So, I mean, props to Snoop for attempting to do something good for the community, but he completely missed the mark. And I feel like if he would have just owned up to it, if he would have just been like, "Damn, like I thought I was doing something good, I messed up, my bad." Like it probably could have been all good, but instead you want to get defensive and be like, "I'm doing good stuff. Y'all supposed to respect me." You're digging your hole even deeper. You're digging your hole even deeper.
Yep.
Bow out gracefully, let the world forget, and give it all up. Just
go out with your millions and fucking
go out with your millions. Go out as Snoop Dogg, not as the celebrity that betrayed the black community. Anyway, speaking of celebrities that betrayed the black community, the Diddy trials have been getting crazy.
I heard. I need you to correct me if I'm wrong, but I heard Kid Cudi was on the stand and he said something about Snoop was fucking his dog or something, or not Snoop. Diddy was fucking his dog or something like that.
Say that. I haven't actually read any of the transcripts. I'll keep it 100 with you.
And people were calling Cudi. People were calling Cudi a snitch.
Yeah, that's what I was going to talk about.
Fucking trial. You cannot lie on the stand, sir.
No, you're a snitch.
Well,
no. I haven't personally been keeping up with it too much. Like I'd look into highlights and I'd
I think it would just make me too sad.
Highlights of the Diddy trial is crazy.
Highlights of the Diddy trial, but I do know that there have been some interesting updates in the last couple weeks. Things that I probably can't even talk about, even if I had all the details on them, because they're pretty explicit. Some things that Cassie has come out and said was happening and that she had to do. But if you want to do a deep dive on the trials, they do live updates on them. You can't like watch the trial like you could like the Johnny Depp trial. You could just watch that as it was happening. Can't do that, but you can get
a criminal trial.
Yeah. But you can get like live updates and stuff from it. From like CNN's website. YouTube has a live broadcast video that's just like constantly going, and as soon as things happen or come out, it updates. So
there's also
there are outlets
for it. I can't remember what they're called, but there are a lot of YouTube lawyers that will go over cases and break them down, and they'll do like live things of the case and like what's going on, what each thing means. But I'm sure they're all over this.
Yep. That's all I got on the Diddy trials, though. I don't really care to keep up with those, so I will. What? What did you just say?
Legal Eagle.
I think they're called Legal Eagles.
That's a YouTube name.
I thought he was making that sound that Patrick made on the Flying Dutchman.
Leedle.
Leedle.
You're thinking of Legal Eagle, the YouTube channel, Cody.
Oh, okay. Sorry. So you
They don't have a name. They're just lawyers that are on YouTube.
no, they have like a community thing, but yeah.
Well, all right. Anyway, the American Music Awards happened this year. I don't know if you
Man.
boys keep up with award shows, but the AMAs have been on hiatus for the last 2 years, and they made a comeback this year. They are now on CBS. They hosted in Vegas, and they took place in Vegas this year, and they were hosted by J-Lo. Honestly, I didn't even know they happened until like yesterday. I was like, oh, that's back. Okay. So now why are you making a face?
I saw some of the performance she did.
The performance J-Lo did, the opening
Yeah.
performance,
Yeah.
Is that where she was
Cringy.
making out with all those people?
super cringy. Was it J-Lo that was making out with him? I did read a thing about like the dancers making out, but
Yeah, J-Lo making out with the dancers.
Yeah, she was. Full mouth.
I skipped over that
Wish I
that
was a
detail.
dancer.
Two of them then, though.
Go dance.
Yeah, apparently J-Lo was making out with dancers on stage, and it was noticeable. Billie Eilish kind of stole the show. She won all 7 categories that she was nominated in.
Damn.
Yeah.
Most wins of the night. Some of the other wins that took place are Bruno and Lady Gaga's "Die with a Smile" got Collab of the Year and Music Video of the Year. Doechii's "Anxiety" took Social Song of the Year. Post Malone and Beyonce got Best Male and Female Country Artists, which is kind of
Listen,
funny.
that has to piss them off
Yes.
bad
Yes. Like,
because they are not country people.
and
And you got
honestly,
bitches like Morgan Wallen and all them not winning it.
honestly, they both had like solid country albums.
Yeah.
I listened to both of them. Not my style, not something I'm gonna throw into my rotation. I think I even covered Beyonce's Cowboy Carter when it came out. But I mean, they both had solid country albums. It's just kind of funny that people that come from the R&B and hip hop background took both titles. It's great. It's great.
We got Camo wearing Luke Combs not winning it.
Do we like Eminem in here?
Eminem?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so.
Devin, you like Eminem, don't you?
I do.
You think he's think he should win hip hop artist and hip hop album of the year over Kendrick Lamar and Tyler the Creator?
What?
I didn't even know Eminem came out with a new album.
No.
Well, he did.
What was it? Songs to Get Murdered By or whatever?
That's old. No, it was
That was last year though.
not songs to get music to get murdered by was a few years ago. This
Oh,
was
really?
what the fuck was it called? Not the Marshall Mathers
Slim
LP
Shady.
2.
No.
Yeah, something the Return to Slim, something like that. Yeah. He
Death
did
of
have
Slim
an
Shady?
album last summer.
Death of Slim Shady. I think that was it.
Yeah, like last July. Yeah, last July. That. Yeah, I enjoyed the album, but was it better than fucking Kendrick Lamar? No.
According to the American Music Awards, yes, it was.
They just be
That's
saying
insane.
shit.
I know. And I even wrote like a little footnote that this is why they wonder why they lose ratings every year. Like, y'all are doing stuff like this. But anyway, Linkin Park took favorite rock song of the year for Emptiness Machine.
Penis Machine, love it.
Great
Makes
song.
sense.
Very deserving. And Cody, I think you raved about this show, so you might like this one. Arcane took favorite soundtrack of the year over Hazbin Hotel, Moana 2, and Wicked.
Which is hilarious because Emptiness Machine is also on Arcane.
That's
But
not
that's
better.
where
Not better than Has Been Hotel, but they do have Evanescence on the soundtrack, so we'll give them some. Pretty good.
that's
we'll
also
give it a
where the
pass.
line. That's where the line came from for 21 Pilots.
Where the what came from?
The line. This think was it at the Video Game Awards that we all watched that? It's the one where the main dude from 21 Pilots like screamed. I
don't remember that.
Good song.
I'll take your word for it.
I remember him, but I don't know what he was saying.
Janet Jackson received the Icon Award at the AMAs. And tried to be all humble
That's
and be
fair.
like, I'm not an icon. Me and my family just love music. All right,
Yeah.
let's take your award and
Yeah.
go sit down.
Get the fuck out of here.
You are
Insane
mega famous.
rendition
Mega
of her.
famous. Shut up.
Nah, it sounded pretty spot on, really.
It's crazy that her voice is lower than Michael's.
Bro, it really is. But yeah, that was the AMAs basically. So we'll see if they stick around or if they keep losing ratings and take another hiatus.
Fuck.
From what? God.
No, you go ahead because I was about to
Okay,
move on to the next topic.
Oh, okay. From what Jeannie was telling me, a lot of the artists that were nominated didn't even show up.
Yeah, Billie Eilish wasn't there because she's on tour. So she won
there. Taylor wasn't there.
all of the titles and was like, "Nah, y'all just hold them for me."
The only thing that I hope doesn't happen, because Jeannie was saying it was already happening a little bit. A lot of the Swifties were like, "Oh, Taylor got scrubbed. Taylor should have won." Blah 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 blah. I really hope it doesn't end up like turning into a thing of like, "Oh, Billie didn't actually deserve it. Taylor should have been the winner," because that would suck.
Sure, it will.
It already did. Like that's just a thing that fandoms do.
That's just what stands do. Taylor could have come out with an obviously trash album, and her stands will still be like, she should have got album of the year.
I heard that
Tortured Poets was okay. Tortured Poets was okay. It got a lot better when she released the second half of the album, but it was fine. Not her best work.
How long is a bitch?
If you put all of it together, 26. If you get the anthology physical edition, there is 35 songs on Tortured Poets.
Jesus Christ. How long is that? Like 3 hours?
Probably, because each one of them are at least 3 minutes. Total length, 140 minutes.
So 2 hours, 20 minutes.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Too much.
I don't like any musician enough to listen to that much of their music back to back. Especially with not like banger after banger after banger.
Yeah. Nah.
Cody listens to it on his way to work every day.
Yeah.
Nope, we're on Reputation right now.
You're gonna say no, and then immediately say what album you're listening to.
Yeah, look, Jeannie has to have a Taylor CD in the car. That's whatever. That's fine. I personally have been listening to 21 Pilots Clancy, but
I still haven't listened to that album.
Man, you should. It's good. That new one. And they're coming out with a new one soon.
Anyway, y'all know Slick Rick, right?
I know Slick Rick.
No. The one with the L in his name.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know him too.
The one with the thing on his eye. The guy that Nicki Minaj was talking about.
Yeah.
Slick Rick, old school rapper. He's coming out with a new album.
Oh, shit.
He hasn't had an album since 1999. You want to know who's producing his album?
Mustard.
Just take a guess. It's so random. I highly doubt any of you will get it without looking it up.
Benny Blanco.
You said Mustard.
Close, but no.
Pitbull.
No.
God, who did Metallica?
Timbaland.
I was about to say Timbaland.
It's Timbaland, isn't it?
It's Idris Elba.
Same person, really.
That's pretty funny, honestly.
Why? Is he a producer?
He is now. For
Like I don't know that he has any background in that, so like I can't predict if it'll be good or not. But I was just so thrown to see that Slick Rick is making his first album since 1999, produced by Idris Elba. What? I just thought that was hilarious. I wanted to share it with you guys.
Silly.
I don't know anything else
Oh.
about the album, so
Gotta make money
that's all we
somehow.
got. Gotta make money somehow. It's hard out there.
What out here for pimp?
Okay, so
I'm trying to
there's
make the money for the rent.
had to look it up. He has a company called Seven Wallace that is a record label founded by award-winning actor, DJ, and producer Idris Elba in 2015.
Oh wow.
He's a DJ as well?
Label's previous release includes talents such as Little Sim's Cypress Hill.
Hey, I like Little Sims.
I was gonna say like Cypress
Q-Tip.
Hill.
Cypress Hill's cool.
Q-Tip.
I don't know any of these other ones because it's like Tiggs the author,
Anyway.
Todd Latee, Chip, James BKS, and Kojay Radical.
Okay.
But yeah, so apparently he is a DJ and producer outside of being one of the better actors of the decade.
I did not know that about him. Idris Elba's like my
Oh,
biggest celebrity crush. Well, yeah, shout out to Slick Rick and Idris Elba. Ed Sheeran dropped a new song this month. Have y'all heard? I think he dropped 2 new singles actually. But have y'all heard Old Phone?
I have not heard the song, but I saw his posts about it.
About the pictures?
Yep.
Yeah, so the song itself, I don't really have much to talk about. It's a fine, cute Ed Sheeran song. It's not for me. Not for me. I'm sure his fans would adore it, and I'm sure there's like feelings of nostalgia that go with it, but it's not for me. But he actually did find an old phone. That I don't know if he wrote the song about this or if it was a coincidence and he wrote the song and then found the phone. I don't know what the timeline is. But he actually found one of his old phones and posted some old pictures from, I don't know, pre 2010 maybe. I don't know. Hop online, look up Ed Sheeran old phone pictures. You'll find them all. I cycled through them real quick. Didn't recognize like half of the celebrities he was taking pictures with, but it was cute. It was cute. Something for the Ed Sheeran fans out there. So as we said earlier, me, Cody, and Snow have all been playing Doom. I want to ask you too. Have you guys played Doom before? Was this your first game, or have you played?
I played
Doom
the
titles
first
Played.
couple games.
I played the most recent.
Yeah,
Played the most recent one beside this one.
I've been on and off with Doom. I mean, I played the original ones, and then I played like the remake when it was trying to be spooky and more of like a Dead Spacey type game. And then when they redid it with this style, I started playing it too. I don't think I played the second one though.
I played the most recent 2 ones.
So for those of you that have played a previous game, I want to add. Well, this really only applies to Cody and Snow because you have to compare it to the new game. What is your opinion on the soundtrack? Because I have read from other like OG Doom players that this soundtrack is garbage, that the music took a huge dip in the new game. But for me, who has never played Doom before in my life, this was my first experience with Doom, I thought this soundtrack was badass. Like every song sounds like a boss battle. So what is your guys' opinion on the new game soundtrack?
Honestly, I really enjoy the new game soundtrack. I can't remember the old games, what they sound like.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I thought it was good. I mean, everything was different enough to not just feel like you're listening to the same song on loop over and over. So yeah, no, I enjoyed it.
Okay.
And how you described it is exactly how the rest of the Doom games were. Just big boss battle, fight feel, Big fight feel with
Yeah,
music
yeah,
at all
like
times.
just like heavy
Yeah, heavy metal
rock
fucking
music. Yeah.
yeah.
Apparently, past Doom games, it was like more metal. It was like a lot harder. The guitar was a lot nastier. Um, and OG fans are saying that they went soft and it was all boring in
Oh
this
my
game.
gosh.
Dude went woke.
They went woke.
Yeah.
So I just didn't know if there was any weight to that, or if I was
They're probably the
raving
same
over
people.
the worst soundtrack in the series or something.
Nah, they're probably the same people that Snow was talking about when he was talking about Doom, that just sit in the corner and let the hordes come to them.
Well, all right.
Wild way to play the game.
I give that soundtrack a 4 out of 5. It's quite enjoyable.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
gets you fighting.
Whatever that first, like the very first mission, like with that's basically a tutorial. The song playing during that one is just like it gets you pumped up. I just want to kill demons.
Mhm.
Like I transform into a different person. It's
I
great.
can't wait
I
for
love
you to
it.
start streaming so you can hear Player Obscure's soundtrack from start to finish.
God damn.
There has been a couple times where I'm like, I could play a little bit and then just act surprised on
And
stream.
you have to like, no,
No, can't do it. Can't play
Bro,
it.
Jordi.
The Renoir boss fight theme. Once
Dude,
you
all
find
of them.
it's so fucking good, dude.
All right, I want.
This is the best soundtrack from a video game I've ever heard.
When
And it's
you
from some
try,
dude that was on SoundCloud.
literally, they found him on SoundCloud. Never did a gaming thing ever. When you fight Sprung for the first time,
I think that's part of the reason it's so good, because they weren't trying to make a video game soundtrack. They were just trying to make badass songs that fit the theme and the narrative.
which I think is why, like, back in the day, like the Halo soundtrack worked, because they weren't doing a video game soundtrack. They were doing amazing orchestral pieces that just fit the video game.
And Breaking Benjamin.
Well,
Got
got to see that live. That was their encore song.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Well,
wanna-
Doom soundtrack, 4 out of 5.
Very good.
A plus.
Very good.
Good in my book.
Gets you in the mood.
And now it is time
Oh,
for the
shit.
album of the year that dropped this month.
Oh.
Sleep Token. Even in Arcadia. It's so good.
So
It's
I was seeing
so
something about that.
Good.
Was there something where the fans picked the order of the track, like order of some tracks or something? Maybe.
No. I kind of know what you're talking about. It had something to do, because I just briefly read an article on this myself, like a couple weeks ago. It had something to do with like in their cryptic messages, like there was like a choice to be made, like between sleep or something else. I don't know. And
Okay.
there's speculation, no fact, no like solid word or anything, but there's speculation that depending on what the majority of the fans chose was going to dictate the order of the songs on the album.
Okay.
The alternate choice was going to start. I think it was going to start with Caramel, maybe.
Okay.
And then like it was going to tell a different story by rearranging the songs, but like,
which is cool. That's
there's no real substance that's even a thing. Like,
okay.
and it's kind of easy to come up with that theory because of how the album is set up to be like a cycle, a never-ending cycle. So like it's kind of easy to rearrange the songs and say, "Oh, this could have been the order." Like, well, yeah, it was all part of the same cycle.
Well, and the reason that I saw anything about it is when it first came out, someone was making a TikTok that Infinite Baths completely circles into look to Windward, and it just starts the whole thing over. So he's like, man, same thing. If we went a different route, then would we be able to stop the cycle? Was that our job, that we should have stopped the cycle and we didn't? Listen, man.
I mean, I wouldn't put it past them, because Sleep Token does a lot of spooky, cryptic stuff.
Right. And like same thing with like 21 Pilots with Clancy. They're doing all these like there's lore to their concerts and their songs, and there's just like there's deep dives that you do to these CDs now that it's not just listening to music. You're finding so many different ways to connect to it, and that's fucking amazing.
Sleep Token, in my opinion, not just because they've become like my favorite band, but Sleep Token does a really good job at making cinematic music. Like
Yeah.
their albums are like audio versions of a movie. And even in Arcadia, they did it better than they have in the previous 3 albums.
Even with every song being fucking 10 minutes long.
Nah, the longest one's only 8 minutes.
I know. Most of them are 6.
Most of them are like 6 minutes long, though. Yes. But like, so going off of that though, with how cinematic it is, like the first song, what's the name of the first song?
Look to Windward.
Look to Windward. Like just the way the song plays out, it sounds like the beginning of a movie. It sounds like a setup. It sounds like you're being shown like the protagonist and the problem and all this other stuff. Like, and it's hard for me to fully describe it because it's not like the lyrics are set up in that way. It's hard to just map out like, see, this is how it's set up like a story. It's a feeling. Like the emotion that's put into the cadence of the lyrics and the riffs and the guitar. Like the music itself is telling its own story.
Which to me, the way that I'm seeing this is because like the other Sleep Token albums did this too, where they would just shift the entire like beat of the song midway through. I think this is the first time that they're experimenting with like you said, how can we tell a story by the subtle changes in the music or not so subtle changes in the music? Like let's throw in a fucking saxophone and see what that does. Let's see how that makes people feel. And you're like, you get to that and you're like, oh. And like you just get all of that wave of emotion, then it just snaps back and you're like, oh shit, all right, hell yeah.
That saxophone in Emergence still gets me.
Every time, man.
Takes me to another land. So good.
Because it's so like unexpected. Like, yeah, he's played around with they have played around with a shit ton of like different instruments and bringing in different genres and shit like that. But like the contrast of genres in the song now, he's just like, you never know what I'm gonna do. Love it.
Yes. Just to give a couple little gloating points for the album, it debuted at #1 on the Billboard Top 200. At one point, this is no longer the case, but at one point this month, they held 9 of the top 10 positions of top charting rock songs. 9 of the songs from this album were like in the top 10. And they also currently have the most amount of vinyl sales for a hard rock album in the modern era. So Sleep Token out here doing big things. I can't confidently say that, you know, if you're into metal, you should check out the album if you haven't yet. Because there are some elements that a lot of metalheads don't like. My brother-in-law cannot stand Sleep Token. It's not the style of metal that he likes. It's not the style of metal that he wants to listen to. He doesn't like the shift in styles, and he doesn't like the melodic singing and all of that. So I mean, I can't really say that if you're into metal that you would love this album, but if you like metal, it's worth listening to. They have some of the best screaming I've ever heard, and they only give you a little taste of it, but the taste you get is so sweet. It's so sweet. Infinite Baths. I'm not even gonna elaborate because if you're gonna go listen to it for the first time, I want you to go in blind. I want you to go in raw. It'll get you. It'll get you.
You know what's kind of surprising to me? Caramel is the most played song on the album.
Yeah, it is. And I was looking at the Billboard top charts today, and Caramel is like number 11, I think. And it's the only song that's still like in the top 10 or 20 or whatever.
That's one of my least favorite on the album. It's a good
I
song, but
I like Caramel. I like all of the songs, but
I didn't.
What's that? What is it? Past Self? Is that the name of the song?
Past Self
I
is
think I'm
good.
tripping. Past Self is my least favorite.
I like
Not that I don't like it. Not that I don't like it,
Yeah.
but out of all of the songs, Past Self is the one that I'm like, okay, let's get through this so I can get to another song. Like
Fair.
I don't know.
I think
it's like the I don't even know what instrument that is. You know the instrument that plays at the beginning of the Rugrats theme song? The like star gleam sound?
well,
Like
a lot of people
that
have
instrument is in this song and I don't like it. I don't like it.
a lot of people have been comparing it to the Great Fairy song from Zelda, which
Oh,
it does
okay,
kind of
yeah.
sound like.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it also has the unfortunate thing of coming after Emergence, and that one's just really hard to get past.
Yeah. But overall, honestly, 10 out of 10 album. 10 out of 10. No
agree.
skips. No skips. The worst song on the album is still a banger.
And the shortest.
I'm sure I'm gonna listen to this just as much as I listen to Take Me Back to Eden. Which I still run that album every now and then. Big props to Sleep Token. They're doing some big things. There's some fan speculation that this album was a part 1 to a 2-part thing, and that we're gonna get another album towards the end of the year. That would be really cool. But I'm not 100% sure what the motive would be behind that. A lot of people think like I'm not. We're going to jump into the story because I've already talked about the album too much already. But the long story short, it's the end of Even in Arcadia is supposed to signify this like separation between Sleep and Vessel. And it's like the declaration that he's going to be his own person. He's defying the god, and they're pissed off about it. So whether we get a deluxe version or a whole second album, it's speculated that it's going to be like the perspective of the final battle between him and the scorned god that thought he was going to follow them forever.
Although it would also be cool if they did another album, but it was from Sleep's perspective.
That would be really cool.
Like losing his champion and now being like, okay, if you want to do this, there will be repercussions.
The only thing about that, though, is all the other albums have been from Vessel's perspective. So it would be weird to be like, let's throw in an extra album from the god's perspective.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that would surprise me. I don't think I'd be upset about it, but that would surprise me if they went that route.
Depends on how they did it.
Yeah. But yeah, 10 out of 10 album. Really good music. It's my album of the year so far. And I don't think it's gonna be beat. I don't when we all converge in December to talk about our best this and best that, I'm gonna be telling you guys about Even in Arcadia once again. So
I would definitely, when you get a chance, listen to Clancy because it has that same kind of vibe.
Yeah, I have like a list of albums that I still need to listen to, but I don't know. I sit at work and listen to the same songs over and over again. I don't think to listen to anything new. Depression. Okay. Anyway, other new music to look out for this month. We got new music from Flume, Blake Shelton, Kali Uchis, Rico Nasty, T Grizzly, Exhibit out here making new music. Lana Del Rey, Joe Jonas, Miley Cyrus, Green Day, Kelly Clarkson, Avril Lavigne out here making new music. Halsey and Evanescence have a new song together. 3 Days Grace, Little Sims, The Lumineers, Jessie J, Linkin Park, Rihanna, Benson Boone, and Rabbitology. You've been tuned up. Get out there and listen to some new music.
Well, you skipped a tiny piece of. Did you see who the new song of Avril Lavigne was with?
No.
Simple Plan.
Oh no, I didn't know that she had a song with them. I saw that she went on tour with them.
No, that's her new song.
Okay.
It's called Young and Dumb. It's her and Simple Plan.
Okay. Nice. Well, yeah, Simple Plan out here doing some new things too. Then.
Huh. Wow. Thank you.
Wow.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
See y'all in a month.
Yeah, I can't get into Sleep Token.